Hello, all of you adventuring beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Zim, and this is Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage, Season 1, Episode 36. Welcome to Horizon. We shall begin with our introductions as normal, beginning with Kerr.
Hello everyone, I'm Kerr. I am the storyteller for these games. I run happy fun times for everyone, and we are here to have joy, happiness, and unspeakable sorrow.
I am Nesil, and I'm playing Alexis McKenna. Just another mage. Dabble in time and what else do I do? Time and correspondence and forces and mind and such. Oh yes, and I do drugs.
I am Razim. And I am playing Cody, the financier of the group. Also with a specialty in correspondence magic, though he has been dabbling in multiple other, well, literally every other sphere. Off to you, Portia.
Tanya says, Portia the Life Alchemy Mage, played by Tanya. Sorry, but I will be a robot for today.
And I am Tochemay, and I'm playing Werenimal, the traditional mage. Specialization of Prime and Entropy.
Ah, Merlin, this is where you got to. I was wondering where you were.
Not quite Merlin.
Yes.
All right, because it's been a few weeks, we're going to turn the recap over to Kerr now.
Let's see. You guys shot the shit for a while. Portia began to make plans, in case of your untimely deaths, to warn everyone about what was about to happen. You began to make some plans and strategies in order to stop the Ascension ritual that was going to be done. And then one thing led to another. You know how these things can be. And, well, Alexis, Cody, and Warren, you guys are now currently in the middle of Horizon, surrounded by guards who are happy to offer you a place as honored guests to meet the Lion King of basically New Camelot, aka Horizon.
Did they actually say Lion King?
The Lion King.
Svenja, Mama. Alexis will suddenly start singing.
They seem strangely used to this. Apparently,
Not
it
the first
happens
time,
at
my
least.
voice.
No, at least one person out of every group of recruits does it.
Of course.
You know, despite the fact, they have weapons, armor, and such, they don't really seem to be like, intruders. It's more like, sup, welcome. Yeah,
Almost like they knew we were coming.
Well, they are mages. Very likely they could have a time mage who told them this was going to happen.
That's unfair. You can't do that.
You could have.
As everyone looks at Alexis. The resident time mage who can do exactly that and has done that.
That was the joke.jpg.
But yes. The city of Horizon. now that you actually get a look at it, for you, Alexis, Cody, and Warren, this city is honestly probably the most beautiful city any of you have ever seen before. The streets are pristine and clean. It is made out of like white brick or marble. The buildings have all been restored and well cared for. These buildings look like, it's hard to describe. Imagine like every city, every major big city in the world, basically from across history, and take a couple of buildings from there and then just put them into this city. It is like a entire hodgepodge of basically humanity's history when it comes to civilization. Like, this is a city truly without borders, you could almost call it.
Nice place y'all got here.
One of the guards nods. We've been working hard on it. Note, there are a lot of soldiers and guards in silver armor, swords at their side, helmets, the whole king caboodle. But there are some, what look to be almost civilians, walking around and basically just kind of going day-to-day life almost, it looks like. But they are there are far fewer of them than there are of like soldiers, guards, or like people you can tell are warriors. One of the soldiers will bow slightly his head to you guys. You have been expected, and we are here to escort you to your audience. If you would be so kind.
Well, if we have much of a choice.
I suppose we might as well go with you.
Romping along, then.
Dook, 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 dook. Follow the adventure line. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And so you start off.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Huzzah.
Tochemay tipped $110. This is from a bygone era. Horizon was lost in the war.
This is correct,
Yeah.
it was.
And we've been looking for this city for a
Tochemay,
while.
Thank you so much for that tip and supporting the channel. I really, really appreciate it. The tip goal has been fully completed.
So,
Tanya says,
to
Tochemay took my job. I'm the only robot here.
to answer the question, real quick, for those of you who don't know, the little history lesson for Horizon. Horizon is basically the only mage city in existence. It was created by the mages in the Deep Umbra, where they could practice magic safely without constraint by reality.
Those pesky paradoxes.
Yep. And basically, it was the bastion of civilization. Every group had a seat in Horizon, and basically the head of each group was basically the leaders of Horizon. It was a really, really brilliant city. To be fair, though, it was also like herding cats. because every mage is so like set in this is the way it works. There was a lot of like arguing and clashing. They could never really work together very well. And during the Ascension War, which is the war between the technocrats and the mages, the technocrats had that unity because of the way their paradigm worked, and basically were constantly trying to get to Horizon and attack it. But Horizon was basically the most safely guarded area in literally everything the mages controlled. Horizon was the most protected. Didn't mean they didn't try though. But what ended up happening though was during the Week of Nightmares, when the Avatar Storm started, the city is in the Deep Umbra, which is the furthest away from reality it can be, which is also where the Avatar Storm can hit the hardest. And Horizon got devastated by the storm. Every mage who was not under protection died, and basically the leadership for all of the mage groups was lost on that day.
It seems like it got better, though.
People have been looking for Horizon. It started getting shifted around in the Deep Umbra from the storm's currents, and because, well, no one was maintaining it, really. So the people were looking for it, but it was just very hard to do because the most powerful mages just died. So you basically had like the runners up trying to do the work. The good thing is the technocrats were in the same boat. The technocrats lost contact with all of their bosses and kind of were trying to figure out what the fuck do we do now too. But yeah, it looks like right now they have found Horizon, and they have basically been spending time rebuilding it. And it's very much looking back into its glory days that it hasn't seen for like a century.
Are there any
Yeah.
buildings that we recognize?
Pretty much every major landmark in like across the world, the Taj Mahal, Big Ben, like every major landmark is here somewhere in the city, or it's here. Like you can see the Eiffel Tower a few miles away from here. You're not sure if the city originally came with that or if that's new though.
I'm about to say they've been stealing Arthurian artifacts. That looks like they graduated to actual landmarks now.
As far
Or
as
is
you
that-
know, for
An
go
artifact
ahead, Joshua.
itself.
As far as you can tell, Alexis, there have been no news cases about any landmarks going missing.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I
very possible.
figured.
It's very possible out here in the Deep Umbra, where you can basically wield your magic with impunity. It's very likely there's someone decided to spend an afternoon building them with magic.
Yeah, just make a copy of them. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. You know, just have something for posterity in case anything happens to Earth.
Fair
Because let's face it, people are stupid. Something is likely to happen to Earth.
Yeah, we've been there.
And so you guys are led off to a large, beautiful castle made entirely of pure white stone. And you can see what look to be like azure and golden highlights like built into the rock. Just giving it very beautiful design work.
This is supposed to be Camelot, I assume.
This is the King's Castle. You are in New Camelot as we have named it.
Ah, right, that's right. I named it that. Even though it actually is called Horizon.
Yes. The actual name for the city was Horizon. But,
Yes.
you know, finders keepers.
Hmm.
We found it. We get to choose what name it is.
Fair enough,
And-
I guess.
You guys are led up to a large staircase where you can see a pair of guards guarding the door, and the doors swing open to allow you entry into the castle's depths.
Tanya says, "It is Horizon. Always and forever, broken heart, broken heart, broken heart, your king."
Cutting over real quick. Portia, what are you doing right now as you just realized as you get back and realize your friends are gone?
Oh wait, Portia didn't come with?
Mm-mm.
She wasn't taken.
Yeah, only you three were. Portia's not with you guys.
Tanya says, "I thought Domino was going to give her the details on the car ride back."
He did.
Goose
Yes,
underscore demonic is dancing with the crabs.
Crab dance. Yes. Alexis, Cody, Warren, you can see a little group of crabs practicing for a little celebratory dance.
Cute.
Apparently one of the people is working with them. They're very good dancers. But yes, Portia, you
Tanya
have been
says,
caught up.
"The moment she comes in the front door, she's going to set the intercom system to PA mode and say there's an emergency and summon everyone present to the foyer."
All right. Ferris and many of the other servants and such quickly make their way down to you, Portia. Also, the old man comes grumbling in, muttering about these freaking whippersnappers calling on their betters when they should be more respectful.
And a certain head would also be coming in.
Yes, everyone is assembling at your call, Portia. There's also a goose dancing, yes. He is a terrifying force of destruction. Hope he only dances.
Tanya says, "Is Tycoon there?"
Yes, Tycoon is there.
Tanya says, she's going to inform them that the other three have been kidnapped and ask Bob, Fairies, and Tycoon to help her sweep the property in case whoever or whatever was meant for her is still there.
Bob, Ferris, and Tycoon will do so. Though Bob will basically ask you to carry him around as he cannot leave the protection of his skull during the day. Otherwise, he will burn and basically die. And he would be happy to assist you, preferably with his skull safely against your chest.
I will also say that Cody's got his private security team that would also be able to help.
Yep. I think Portia's calling on the more magical members, though. in case there are like
Tanya
magical
says,
traps
I
and
keep
such.
forgetting they exist.
I was working them into it too, Tanya. So you're good. I got your back. I figured they would be looking for more conventional threats that they could deal with in case, they left behind an assassin or something. And yes, they will sweep through. They will only find traces of the teleportation magic. It looks like it's a
Tanya
mix of
says she will
correspondence and
take Bob with
spirit.
her and focus on searching the inner areas and underground sections, so he doesn't have to worry about sunlight.
Okay. Yes. You do find traces of correspondence and spirit magic. Very powerful varieties of both, according to Bob. Basically, whoever wanted this, basically yeeted them into the ocean, as he would put it.
Tanya says, aka the Umbra, confirming who it was that took them.
Mm-hmm. Bob would be able to sort of trace it back, and he would at least be able to describe where they went. And like, he could almost get a glimpse of like a large shining city in this, basically sitting in a sea of space. In the sea of space, I should say.
Tanya says, sorry there was a loud noise at my end because neighbors. Repeat what Bob saw.
You're good. Bob basically saw a large shining city at the very end and was able to describe it to you. Basically, it sounds like everything that you were told and everything that you heard. Very likely this is Horizon that Bob is seeing. And that's where they ended up at. He only saw it for like a second, following
Tanya says,
the
I would like to roll
backtrace.
for panic.
Make a willpower roll. You're good. You're good. You are able to keep yourself stable. It's only mild. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Tanya says, she's going to be pacing back and forth in the foyer once everyone reconvenes, and openly asking if anybody has any ideas what to do. It's plainly evident she's barely holding together.
Well, darling, if you want my honest input, it sounds like your dear friends were forcefully invited to a soiree. And well, I think you may need a makeover, darling. But I'm sure we can get you there as well.
Was my note sent out, or is it still there?
Your note would have been sent out.
Okay.
Tanya says, I need a moment to think out the next action. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. No worries. Yes. Right now, the Domino is offering to assist you, darling. Free of charge. After all, they did take his knight most rudely, and they didn't even invite him. Honestly, it feels like he almost has to crash this party now.
I thought that would be the thing you'd be most
Tanya
pissed about.
says,
Oh, well, darling, Cody is a big boy. He can take care of himself. However, what I am upset about is I was not invited to the soiree. Honestly, my sheer presence will increase it at least 20%.
Oh, at least.
And what people haven't figured out is Domino would be the only one to survive this.
Well, I think I might allow all of you to survive.
I mean, Ascension.
Well, yes. I do have a soul, darling. Oh god. Oh god, no.
Uh-huh.
Tanya says,
No.
Sorry, Faf fingered the button. Portia will, broken heart, and eyebrow at Domino and ask what he means by makeover.
One moment, Portia. Imagine Domino with an awakened avatar, the ability to use real, true magic, and not just his fey fuckery. No. No.
I'm not worried about it. He would be dead in weeks,
Tanya
if not
says, I would like
hours.
to accept Neves as my lord and savior.
Considering that the way Domino is, he would 100% get absolutely destroyed by Paradox in minutes.
Well, would he not be immune to Paradox, though?
He would still trigger Paradox if he had a Mage's avatar.
Then yeah,
However,
he's dead.
the things that hurt humans might not necessarily work very well on him.
Because Paradox is a human condition.
Yeah, usually most people can't survive a car exploding and all of the shrapnel being directed at them. Domino is more like, oh, well, I have been perforated. I wonder if I can turn this into a new look. And then Paradox decides, well, fuck it. We're dropping an iron bomb on him. How are we going to do that? We will figure out a way, bitch!
Paradox, Wrinkle would like to speak to you now.
But yes, Portia. Domino is going to look at you, look you up and down. Darling, if we're going to crash a gala, you must be properly dressed and accessorized for it. New clothes, new clothes, new jewelry, new everything, darling. Something nice. Something dazzling. Something fierce and powerful. I am curious to see how Portia is going to
Tanya
respond
says
to this.
she's going to think about it for a moment before saying something dangerous. And the moment she says that, Adamant will appear and say sternly, Portia, would you kindly not say another word?
Oh, darling, something dangerous. Ooh, we are feeling adventurous today. Worry not, darling. We shall have a full makeover in minutes. We will need a proper traveling vehicle, though. Don't you know someone, darling? Can you, what's the word, Uber us there? Yes, you know that nice little boy, Isaac, I believe his name was, your little friend, who you go on the play dates with in the spirit world. Yes, he has that nice ship, I believe, with the right accessorization. That could be a proper limo for us to arrive in. Yes, I'm already imagining it. Lots of salt.
A wise decision.
Tanya says, while Domino is rambling, Adamant will step between them, glaring at Portia. I know what you're thinking, do not.
Now, darling, this is Portia's decision. This is Portia's choice. And, well, I am 100% for it. It shall be spectacular. And, of course, I will go with her as her +1. They did take my knight, after all, and I do want him back. Well, yes, and his other friends, too. They did promise that they would come to my next soiree.
We did?
In the spirit world, Alexis, Cody, and Warren, you feel a dark, deep shiver go down your spine, as though some great evil has suddenly taken notice of you.
Uh-oh.
Well, yes, darling, you did agree to come, considering Cody became my knight, and he is contractually obligated to attend, and as you are his friends, you are also now contractually obligated to attend.
I don't think that's how contracts work.
You should have read the fine print, darling.
Hmm.
Honestly, look at you three getting abducted so rudely. Honestly, you should have at least blown some of them up.
There might still be time for that.
Ah, such a... It's so rare that we see large explosions nowadays. The truly, truly large ones.
Tanya says, Adamant will say, now is not the time for rash actions, we need to, broken heart, the hazards, find a sound strategy, call on allies. When I was alive, I wasn't just a general, Portia, I was the general.
Treading on Nevis's toes there a bit, Tanya.
Tanya says, every king needs generals, Zim.
Now, Adamant. Honestly, Portia is quite good at what she does, and I am sure she can take care of herself. I will be with her, and I give you my solemn word, I will do the utmost
Tanya
to
says,
ensure...
Portia will cut her off, you were the general, past tense. I am the doctor, and they need me right now.
Oh, well said, Portia. Well said. Now, Portia, about those accessories. I'm thinking we go with something like a nature theme. What do you think? God. Oh, God. Domino is never allowed to accessorize people. And now he's going to turn Portia into a fucking one-man army.
Tanya says, Portia will hold up a hand, then pull out her medical book, going to the back page. She will write in it, Arac of scalpel and suture, of bandage and balm, I have decided the price of the knowledge.
There's going to be silence for a moment as the words sit there before they vanish. And then you will see spindly writing begin to show up in the book, Portia, as Arac will send back. And what is the price?
Tanya says, knowledge for knowledge. I require an equal measure of understanding of the spirit, of the soul. My family is trapped in the Umbra, I need to help them.
What you ask for is very difficult. The levels of spirit magic that you would need to make the journey on your own is going to require a vast understanding that you simply do not have at the moment.
Tanya says, I have a means to make the journey, I only need a firmer hold on the fabric of the plane once I get there.
How so? What do you mean when you say that you need a more firm hold on the fabric? Yes, this is one of the reasons I do love myself. You never know what you're going to get with me.
Usually
Oh,
just
so-
Nevis. Nevis just standing behind Domino's shoulder menacingly.
Tanya says, firm enough to keep its influences at bay, to keep myself stable within it. Mechanically, she's asking for a second dot of spirit, no more. She's not overplaying her hand.
just a single dot. Yeah, a spirit could give something like that. Okay, yep. Domino will focus. Well, sorry, not Domino. Arak is going to focus through the book, and you will see the lines of text within the tome begin to slowly rise up, Portia, and slowly flow into your body.
Tanya says, Dragonborn DLC started.
Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin, doo-doo-dook. But yeah, so you can have that second dot of spirit, Tanya.
Tanya says, Adamant will just sigh and rub her snout, casting a glare at Domino before vanishing.
Oh, darling, it's so delightful to have these talks with you.
Tanya says, Portia will walk over to Domino while asking Bob whether he's allowed to enter the Umbra, as she's never gone over the details of his binding to Cody.
Well, Toots, the way it works is whoever holds the skull has my loyalty. And if you're the one who's holding the skull, that means I work for you. And I have to do, within reason, what you ask. I'm a spirit of air and knowledge. Tanya, could you give me an intelligence plus occult roll? Three, 4, 5, 6, 5. Portia, you would know that when it comes to spirits, the more knowledge and information they have, the stronger they are. Bob is a spirit specifically of information and knowledge, which means he's probably really damn scary. But knowledge knows how to deal with Hellfire Goose. Think of the knowledge as the muscles. Bob is super swole.
Tanya says, Portia's going to ask Tycoon to stay behind and keep Calvin safe, then she's going to take Bob's skull with her and tell Domino that she will accept any wardrobe that is not a Fey make. Continued.
Continued. Oh god, I'm now thinking of the message.
New message.
The sending scrolls. New message. New message.
Tanya says, new message. And explain that since it will be all mages, if they see fake gear, she'll get hammered with iron instantly.
Well, darling, that's a little complicated because everything that I create and craft is of fake origin. Though I'm sure maybe you could put something protective over it with your knowledge of matter and life. We can work together, darling. Weaponize the goose. Turn the goose into the war goose. It is about 20% larger.
The goose
Which
is
doesn't
in
sound
here.
like a lot.
The
but you
goose is
could get a
alive.
goose.
Tanya says, composite armor. There's an idea. She'll give a nod and ask what gear he has in mind. Scene transition, maybe?
Well, darling, don't you worry. I have quite some ideas. As the screen begins to fade to black, before it pauses as Domino parts it and peeks his head out. Don't worry, darlings. We'll be making a fashionable showing soon. Don't miss me now. Ciao, darlings. Before pulling back and closing it like a curtain.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Done. As we jump back to Alexis, Cody, and Warren.
Tanya says, adamant screams from the abyss about broken heart, broken heart, broken heart, decisions and deals.
Domino will ensure she is. So, Alexis, Cody, Warren, you three are escorted through the castle halls. You can see servants going about their duties, the knights standing guard or moving from place to place. And as you guys make it to the very large throne room, You can see a large circular table, and sitting at the front of the table, relative to the door, is a man in silver armor holding a very, very large spear.
On the way to the, going through the castle, could Cody have summoned up a ceremonial sword?
Sure.
Cool. After all, he is a knight. He should at least somewhat look the part.
Fair.
And Warren's not going to speak a word because he knows of all the people who were once here.
Yes, the man, there are a few other knights sitting at the table as well, but this is clearly the most, not necessarily intimidating, but most regal of them. He is wearing a full helmet that covers his face, and the head is shaped like a roaring lion, and around his shoulders and neck is a mane of either golden fur or fabric. You're not exactly sure what. It's so finely made. And Alexis, you recognize him. This is the same guy from the vision you had way back when, of the person who glassed the original facility that the Technocrats owned.
I was going to ask.
Yep, it's him. Let me grab something real quick. Da, 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 da. Give me one moment, please. I'm going to share this real quick with you guys on the Horizon Lost Mage channel. Because I don't know if I would be able to describe it super well. This is what the lance looks like that he is holding. The tip
Fancy
is
schmancy.
Yes, the tip is resting on the floor, and when it moves up, the spear looks like it's almost glowing white. And about halfway up the spear, the blade basically breaks off almost into ribbons that twirl around the handle. All right, but yes. He is looking right at you guys as you step on in. Hello there. It's a delight to finally meet you.
Greetings.
Hello? You're not exactly Arthur, King of the Britons, so who are you?
I am the Lion King, the ruler of New Camelot, and the one who will raise humanity up.
Yeah, that's not really a good idea, though. Is it?
Why? We are under constant threat from monsters and creatures not of our world. Vampires, werewolves, spirits, ghosts, and even more threaten us daily, not to mention the disasters that we are helpless in order to stop. Earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis.
So your plan is to make even more monsters.
No, I plan to prevent those monsters from being able to prey on humanity anymore.
But in the process, you're going to create monsters out of humanity.
I will admit There will be some growing pains.
Because you do realize that you'll be awakening bad people too, right?
He'll nod.
And that's an acceptable thing in your mind?
You see him tap his spear a few times with one finger. As I said, growing pain. We will ensure that humanity is cared for and protected. It will take time, but when all is said and done, a new golden age will dawn over humanity again. One not seen for thousands of years.
We have very different definitions of what a golden age would look like.
To bring back humanity's gifts, what we all once had.
And of course, you'll rule them all, deciding who dies and who lives with these abilities.
With proper judgment and deference from my knights and from those who are knowledgeable. I will not say I am an expert.
You certainly seem to think that you are.
I know quite a lot, but I also have many advisors who assist me and who know more about certain subjects than I do.
Well, let's just say this road has been trod before and it doesn't end well for anybody involved.
Tanya
I will
says,
ensure.
Werenimal, Avatar.
Oh, welcome in, Werenie. Yes, please update your icon.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome,
Hope you're
special
feeling
guest
better.
Ashford.
Where'd that dog come from?
I'm trying to find Ray. I have my other icon.
While I am all for the return of the past, it should be people's choice on what happens. What you are suggesting is genocide. And many people are going to die from it.
Without this, humanity is destined for ruin and destruction.
How do you know that?
The Sixth Age is coming.
And your action may cause the Seventh Age.
We will ensure that the world will return back to the glory and beauty it once had. What humanity once had and is its birthrights.
The wheel spins in one way.
He looks at Warren when he says that, and he smiles under his helmet. True, but that doesn't mean we can't give it a good old push.
Glares at him.
Awaken, my child, and embrace the glory that is your birthright. Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me. Serve the Hive.
It's the only thing that came to mind with this.
Tanya says, Neves woke up grumpy.
We will safeguard and protect humanity through its rebirth. It's better than allowing groups like Pentex, the Worm, the Weaver, to strip away of what makes us human and destroy us.
Hasn't
Aren't you
Pentex
doing the
already
same?
been... Hasn't it already been dismantled?
Hence why he also mentioned the Worm. There are some, like, factions of Pentex left, but yeah, its power is basically broken. But many of its upper people survived. They just, are just trying to survive right now because they're weakened and they have enemies.
Aren't you just proposing to replace those powers that were before?
I am proposing to raise humanity up to be what it was before, during the First Age.
Part of that is destroying everything that isn't a normal human.
He'll nod. A consequence of the ritual.
So, mass genocide on multiple levels. The ends justify the means, that old chestnut.
They're monsters who literally exist to prey on humanity.
Can Cody summon Nevis?
You could attempt to, yes.
He's going to attempt to.
Nevis will appear.
Oh.
Where we are.
When you said I could attempt to, I was expecting not just
Resistance roll.
success. Yeah. That just threw me off of my. Yeah.
I had to lead you into a false sense of security. Because if I only say that when it's like, no, you can, you're going to instantly know it. So me saying it now when, yeah, you could just do it, it makes you question which one it could be next time.
I see. Well, time to destroy another of Kerr's bosses.
You're going to find this one's going to be a little bit harder to destroy.
What
You
they
don't
all
have your
say.
support.
That is literally what you said about the shadow creature, the king of the primordials, and the unconquered sun.
Tanya says, Kerr. Why? Why do you invite this?
Because I want to have some form of hope.
Oh boy.
Because Zim doesn't know about the spear.
Tanya says, hope is forbidden.
Nevis is going to stand there and just observe quietly for the moment as Cody is filling him in on everything, just typing into his wrist computer and letting Nevis read from there. Carry on for now.
How does Arthur react to Nevis?
He doesn't seem bothered at all.
And Arthur, what age do you think this guy came from?
He will smile. He's from one of the first ages, back when humanity had more of its birthright.
So
None
then
of us, Are
you-
you still part of a humanity?
So
Yeah,
my
he's not even
reputation.
human. What is he anyway? Some kind of weird squirrel.
Nevis's head is slowly turning to Calvin. I know that you know better than that.
Cal is just going to smile.
Before he looks over at Arthur. So my reputation precedes me then.
Not your full reputation, but I can sense from some of your power that you are mighty. From a time no longer here.
Then allow me to introduce myself properly. I am
boy.
Nevis,
Here comes the title.
King of Conquerors. I faced the shadow creature and vanquished it. I deleted the King of the Primordials. I stood before the unconquered sun and brought him to my way of thinking. I did this not by forcing people into anything. What you are speaking of doing goes against everything that I stand for. Yes, there are monsters out there. But have you even attempted to bring them to a better way? Have you given them the option to correct their wrongs?
Monsters are what they are. They are not human. They do not have the ability to choose to be something else.
Many in my time called me a monster as well. I am not human myself. And yet I chose a different path.
What we do for humanity.
What you do for yourself. Do not twist your intentions into some noble pursuit. You are being naught but a selfish tyrant.
I wish to give the gift of Ascension to all of humanity, to raise them up, to be able to decide what sort of world they wish to inhabit, or perhaps to give each their own world.
By literally breaking my world.
A
think
gift
just everyone-
is... I'll let you
I think
finish.
that that's just gonna go over well, that everyone suddenly can use this weird ass magic that these folk can use.
If all of humanity ascends, paradox will be a thing of the past. It will vanish because of belief.
A gift is something to be given. It is something that those it is offered to can accept. But they have the choice to decline it.
And if they decline Ascension, they approve death.
What's the return policy on this gift you're giving humanity?
There is none.
Exactly.
They will ascend. They will become what they were meant to be. And I will prevent the end of the world.
You'll just change its form.
I will break the wall between spirit and flesh and allow the world to return to what it once was. And in that moment, we will wield that power to ascend humanity and awaken their soul.
Right into oblivion.
Yeah, humans are, me. I'm a human, and I know this pretty well. We already try to destroy the world without magic. Like, we've almost duked our own planet into oblivion, and we've done that without magic and anyone being ascended. And what do you think is gonna happen when everyone has stronger abilities? It's not like they're all just going to get along suddenly.
Many of humanity's darkest impulses and urges come from the whispers of the worm and the weaver, pushing them, using their minions or their servants. This will liberate humanity from those chains.
And if everybody ascends, the storm wall ascends to the earth.
Can Alexis try to prophecy into the future a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
To see what
Sure.
the actual result of this is going to be?
Sure, you can try. Make an irritate
I'm
roll.
not going to be successful, but let's give it a shot.
The difficulty is going to be much easier here.
Looks like it.
I think I got
Can
it.
Nevis help him if he, boosts that a bit? I mean, it's already pretty
this-
high, but
You don't need to.
Yeah, you count that up. I'm not sure what the difficulty is, but I'm fairly sure
Yeah,
6 is.
Yep,
okay.
you very much succeed, Alexis.
And once I'm seeing this, can I actually can I use some forces to kind of, or perhaps mind to try
You
to
could-
let others see it too?
You could use mind, yes. Mind would be the easiest way to do so.
I'm going to give that a whirl.
Give me another irritate roll with the mind. Just to make sure that you can activate both effects safely. Again, you should probably be fine. Yeah, you can do that. It's not that difficult. You find your magic works very easily here.
Let's see how this turns out for you, quote unquote, Arthur.
So you are looking at basically what exactly are you trying to see? Like, where are you looking at? What are you looking for and such?
So I mean, if possible, to see the most likely outcome if he was successful.
Okay.
And you're taking a gamble here, because hopefully it's actually bad.
He said he already had people look into it.
Warren, Alexis, Cody, and Werenimal. Are you connecting anyone else to this as well?
Arthur?
I was kind of gonna do everybody.
Okay, like everyone in the room?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he will allow this. So what you were able to see, Alexis, is a brilliant golden age. You can see people crafting and creating wonders beyond your imagination. You can see a world where death holds little sway, where fear and terror has been almost totally eradicated, where people can live however they desire, as whatever they desire. You can see people, animals, things that you don't honestly know what the hell they are, but you're pretty sure they're people too, based on the vision. And you can see wondrous adventures. You can see people facing down gigantic monstrosities and striking them down, saving cities. You can see people living basically their best lives. There is no hunger. There is no fighting over resources. There is no difference when people can see into their hearts, into each other's hearts and souls, and
There's only
understand each
Domino.
other. You do see apparently Domino runs a boutique. He is very happy. But everything that you are seeing, there is no pain. There is no suffering. There is no darkness. Not like the world you're from.
What I see is a static humanity. With nothing to strive against. What are we?
You are able to create whatever you desire. To explore the far reaches of the universe. To create your own world if you wish.
But
And new
why would anyone do that?
Did you not see they were already doing so?
It's not the way of humanity to do such things.
It is not the way of this humanity, because they do not have the power or the resources or the ability to create such a world. A world of peace and splendor, where one does not need to worry about food or shelter, where one can look at another being and understand them.
Can I tell how certain this was? Like, percentage-wise?
Hmm. Are you trying to look at like if it was messed with or anything?
That and or if, like, how likely that particular future is. I mean, prophecy is prophecy. You're not going to always get
That's true.
100%.
Tanya
Give
says,
me a.
yeah, I was about to call bull, broken heart, myself.
Give me a intelligence plus occult roll.
Oh. I happen to specialize in that.
Yeah, you're trying to divine a prophecy and figure out like what is that shit doing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6.
Right now that vision looks to be very, very likely to happen. You were looking at specifically if nothing was done to stop it. That vision basically looked like it's almost locked in. There's always the potential something could go wrong in these sorts of things, but it's basically like 100% certainty if something isn't done to stop it. As for how real it is, it looks like nothing was done to tamper with it. At least nothing that you were able to see.
Well, I gotta say, that future looks almost perfect.
It will require work and sacrifice.
Hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
It looks almost perfect.
I'm trying to use the word.
There is no response, Alexis.
Damn it.
A card does appear, though.
Ah, there we go.
I'm sorry, darling. Me and Portia are having a moment right now. We're currently accessorizing, and oh my god, she looks spectacular! We'll be by soon, though. Don't worry, darlings.
Tanya
Ciao!
says, I do have a thing
Awesome.
I want to do before departing.
Oh yeah, no, that was just like a remark of like what's going on right now.
Yeah, I got nothing.
It will require sacrifice, and there will be growing pains. Yes, people will die in the first days,
A great many people
but
and other entities, sentient entities, that you're essentially wiping out.
what rises from those ashes will have a paradise beyond measure, and the abilities to craft new life, new worlds, and have adventures that we could not hope to comprehend.
You broken eggs.
Welcome
It
to
is-
the Marauders fantasy.
Mm.
It is better than our world dying.
Which also isn't certain.
There are quite a few prophecies that say it will happen.
There are always prophecies that say it'll happen, that everything will die, the end of the world is upon us. You look down right now and you'll find so many that say that. Does not mean that any of them are certain. What you are proposing will result in far more deaths than should be acceptable. You who call yourself a king, this is not the action of a king.
Can I look further just on my own?
Sure, you could try it.
Tanya says,
Just kind of
"You can
following
see
that
everything."
future until something else happens.
All right, what are you looking for, Alexis?
Well, since everything that goes up must come down, as the saying goes, I'm looking for the end of this golden age.
Do 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 do.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
Try and say it never ends.
We're still looking.
Wow.
We're still looking. We're still looking.
Does someone
Gonna
even
have
stub a
Marten's
toe?
video while we
Tanya
wait.
says, "Welcome to your Vyson. Current year is integer overflow."
Yeah, basically, You keep going, Alexis, but you're not seeing an end.
Does anything change?
Not much.
The people.
I mean, like, people might change what they look like and such, but there's not, like, tremendous changes.
I mean, people still reproduce, I assume. Do we spread out and
Yeah.
conquer the universe and whatnot?
Every once in a while, people might get together and make a child. Usually they're just making a child out of magic, though.
You have to understand the spirits that did not ascend are not here anymore. So it's only the set people who made it through.
Yeah,
Right.
humanity is basically taking care of itself now. But humanity as a whole hasn't seemed to change that much, if anything really at all in your vision.
I mean,
It's
can I get a sense
mostly
of
still the same.
Can I get a sense of how many humans there are in this future?
At least millions.
So a lot fewer people, but much happier people.
Mm-hmm.
Goose magic can make more resources.
Yeah. The thing is, Goose, with the way magic works in this system, they literally can reweave reality. That's the way magic works. You literally have S-class reality vendors who can reweave reality to be whatever they want it to be. That's the world he wants to make, where literally every single person could make their own world or reality. They could all be God with a capital G for a world if they wanted to be.
Or a universe, if they wanted to be.
Uh-huh. They couldn't, like, you don't know how many of these people died or how many of these people just decided to leave and go do something else and somewhere else that you can't see. You're only able to see, Alexis, what your brain can actually, like, perceive and understand.
And Alexis, does anybody ever come back from Ascension who already ascended?
No, once they've ascended, they basically have left their humanity behind and become new beings almost.
Can anyone die? Does anyone
Tanya
not want to
says,
be?
Hey Naves, thousands of years of endless indulgence and comfort, where have we heard this before?
Eh.
Death can exist, yes. But death is more like, well, you just killed the body I was wearing. Well, now I have to go and make a new one.
The easiest way I can explain this is humanity was turned into the Fae.
Almost, yeah. Like, death doesn't exist in the way it does for you. They can die, yes, but their bodies are just like, okay, we can just... They're almost beings of pure spirit at this point. Like, think of it this way. The person has basically become their avatar. And the avatar is basically making the body or form for the person to express themselves.
But no one can quit.
Theoretically, if someone wanted to, they could. They have the power to do that. Like, someone could choose to end if they wanted to end. That could be also why there's not as many people, but you're not 100% sure on that. But you are not 100% wrong about them being much more static and unchanging. They don't really need to change. It's more just, it suits person to person what they want out of existence, basically. If someone just wants to live at home and basically roam the internet all day, they can just do that. If someone wants to go explore the far reaches of the universe or make a new universe to create and explore, they can do that. Like,
If someone
ahead.
wants to get rid of their neighbor,
they can try.
They can just move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There's
gotta
no
say, it's
sign.
hard for me to think of anything bad about this.
Yeah, the one downside probably that you could say for this is humanity has not really changed. It has not really gone against anything or really adapted or changed in all this time you've seen, Alexis. They've stayed the same.
But if any organized force happened to come at us from another realm of existence or whatever...
You have how many capital G gods ready to go?
Right.
These are people who can literally warp the fabric of reality. They don't need to fear anything. Because if anything comes at them, they are basically walking monsters in a fight. That's one of the things that you could probably see as policing themselves. As everyone is so powerful, everyone can police each other if necessary.
now, Alexis, what happened to the Wafer Spirits?
They're not there anymore. In your vision, Alexis, the wall between the spirit world and the mortal world is gone. The spirit world and the mortal world are back together. Spirits could walk among people.
Okay, let's let it happen.
Yeah, I'm coming to the point where I can't see anything bad about it. But I feel like that's not what we're supposed to be doing.
No, this is your choice. Like, if you guys want to side with him, you guys could side with him.
Tanya says, enter Portia to ruin everything.
Hal is going to stand with Portia on this. As good as that world sounds, humanity's not supposed to be like that. Humanity's supposed to have its struggle.
That's what I was saying, but
Supposed
he said this would be a different humanity.
Yeah, but
I mean, it feels like we're supposed to have something to strive against, but what if we didn't?
What if you were able to have a world where everything could go right? Where everyone could have an equal amount of happiness? Where it was not just the haves and the have-nots, but everyone could be a have. Now, there is one thing, Alexis, and I'm just saying this for the sake of you guys were talking about you're not sure if you're supposed to support or be against. There were only millions of people. There are at least like 8 billion lives on Earth at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I know it's going to be... He acknowledged that there was going to be a lot of death.
Mm-hmm.
And those that were left would be happy.
Tanya says, as a wise man once said, heaven would be boring as all get out. When you have everything you could want, it's just eternity. You will run out of things to do.
Warren still believes in the wheel.
He will stand up from his chair looking at all of you. We wish to bring humanity to a golden age of bliss, joy, and to be able to be the lords of their own lives, to not have to live in fear and terror of the dark anymore.
You
will bring
are
about a utopia.
seeking. You are bringing about stagnation. You are seeking to bring nothing but boredom. If you have nothing to strive against, then what is the point in existing?
Joy, love, peace, to create
Is
new
there...
life.
That's not true joy. True joy comes about when you succeed against the impossible tasks. When you have achieved something of worth. This reality that you are proposing is nothing but stagnation. They may convince themselves, as you have, that they are happy, but nobody's truly happy in a situation like that without something to work towards. When everything you can want is there at the drop of a hat, there's nothing.
When we're all special, none of us are.
Humanity is supposed to struggle. Supposed to be hard.
Supposed to evolve.
It's our human nature to go against challenges and improvise and adapt to overcome. And if we destroy ourselves in the process, so be it. At least we've kept our humanity.
I came across fair folk who did this same thing. And when we brought those people out of that bliss, they were happier. They were ecstatic to be free from that endless nothing, that endless stagnation. Alright, presence roll.
You can go ahead and try to roll.
Are you going to have this guy be stronger than what Nevis can roll?
Well, this guy does have certain things.
Tanya says, and Neves walks into yet another reality and breaks it.
Alright, what are we adding to this roll? Chat? Anyone else? We gonna work together on this? We gotta make this blob of dice big again?
Nope, doesn't look like anybody.
That's still lots of dice.
How the hell?
Nevis has a lot of dice that he rolls. For presents in particular.
We are very, very happy for your success.
Huh? Time for bashing something?
You got an exploding 10.
Oh, I'm double checking the charms he has. Okay, so there's that one. I get double 9s. Oh, and 3 bonus dice. Oh, none of those were helpful. Oh, hey, but there's another exploding 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Considering that exploding 10. Really? The dice are not with me today.
Tanya says, the broken heart of woe has forsaken you.
Well, that would be 12 successes. So many ones. Can Cody use his willpower on this?
Yes, I'll allow that.
Woohoo! Okay, so total, 20... Oh, I gotta go with 20 anyways. That should be the right number of dice. There we go! 1, 2...
There's a few ones.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two more. Okay, now we're talking. "30 successes.
He is going to sit there looking at you, Cody and Nevis. You say that what I would do is strip away humanity's ability to fight, to grow, to change. That I would be enforcing upon them a fate that they may not wish. And yet, he extends one hand out and slowly closes it into a fist. How many people at this very moment scream and cry out for a savior who suffer day by day, dragged into the darkness of despair, whose lives will end in pain and misery for a world that will not change? You
Then
say
we work
humanity needs
to fix the world as it is. We do not bring about the destruction of billions of lives. Not to save what, in comparison, is a handful. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Better some survive than none at all.
Tanya says, have so many retorts Portia would love to say, but she's not there yet,
I mean, whenever you might want to show up, Rosal or Tanya, just let me know.
And how
I think
many people
Tanya
from
would have
Horizon
liked-
did you save?
I think Tanya would have liked to be here already.
Tanya says, before leaving, Portia will call the number she got with the FBI badge and ask for a distress beacon technocrat ships, namely Isaacs, would be able to pick up, one that can be encoded with a message.
That can be done.
How many people from Horizon did you save?
Horizon was like this before we came here. I have strove to rebuild it and to restore the glory and greatness it once held.
Without its people.
The people were lost. Their souls shattered.
Humanity is not about to go away. They will persevere, as they have for all these years as is. The world
if the worm-
changes. Even now, the worm has been set back drastically by the actions of just a few.
This is darker than a normal channel.
That Pentex that was corrupting everything. That was the worm's primary method of trying to corrupt and destroy the world. It has been dismantled. It has been destroyed. No, the worm is not gone for good. It never will be. It never should be.
We have this piece, which is that's the same color as this.
But we'll go ahead and let Tanya's. I think we should go over to Tanya, because Tanya should be involved in this conversation. So let's get their stuff resolved.
Tanya says, just waiting in the lobby to spawn in here. Portia in her reinforced courtesan dress, Bob on her belt like Mimir.
As everyone begins to hear a beep, 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 teleport locked. And a giant beam of light coming down on the top of the table as Portia appears with Domino. Hello, darlings! We have arrived!
Wait, did he spawn on top of the table?
Yes.
Glorious.
In the very center of the table. A literal teleportation beam shoots down from the sky through the roof.
Welcome,
Perfect
Portia,
entrance.
to Horizon.
Tanya says, Domino, the pedestal was a bit much.
Darling, we had to make an entrance. Hello there, darlings. I am Domino, one of the lords of Furry. So delightful to meet your acquaintance.
Hey, Domino, he wants to kill you.
Domino.
Hello, Nevis. Hello, my knight. Hello, Alexis. Hello, everybody. And look upon our dear friend Portia. Does she not look fabulous in her outfit? I did do it myself.
Stunning.
Tanya says, Alexis, what happened while I was gone?
Oh, this guy wants to take down the population of humanity by a couple magnitudes and basically set up paradise in the universe and multiverse at large. Can I like replay the vision?
Yeah, you can share the entire thing through mind magic.
Yeah, I'll do that through to both Domino and, if Domino will allow it, and Portia.
Yep. So yeah, you get basically the entire conversation
Tanya
through
says,
his eyes.
that's why I was asking Alexis specifically XD.
Yep.
Replay!
So yeah, that happened. And I assume that Domino is not around in this ideal future.
Oh yeah, he is. He runs a.
Oh, that's right. He runs a
boutique.
boutique. Right. Okay. But how is that? I thought it was
He
only
has
humanity.
He has a human soul in him.
Oh, true. All of his friends. Then he wants to kill them all.
Oh, he's fine with that.
Of course.
Tanya says, Portia will glare at Arthur if she steps down off the table. It is not a doctor's job to force a patient into good behavior. You can only advise and let them make their own decisions.
This is a patient who is bleeding out and dying. This needs to be done to save their life.
You don't know that.
We do know some of the things that they are planning to do to our world. To destroy it utterly.
Tanya says, you and I have broadly different interpretations of the word triage.
I will do this because it is just and right. To preserve humanity through eternity. To ensure humanity survives and to reach the levels that they once held.
So why didn't that last? That age where humanity had everything they wanted and needed.
We don't know what happened. As far as we know, something happened between the Triad, or perhaps God himself grew angry with us. The records do not exist of that time period.
But this time it'll be different, huh?
A nod.
Tanya says, what you're asking for is apparent. It isn't life, it isn't humanity, it's a static echo.
It is what you all will become.
I'm working on some new sound cards that are default, and
That was
it
honestly
felt
pretty
appropriate.
funny. He's gonna look at her. This is what you all are well on your way of becoming. I simply will grant this to every single mortal alive.
You are forcing it.
5 more.
You're not granting anything, you are forcing them into it.
3 get.
And you're not granting it to everyone alive, you are destroying more than half of them. You're destroying
Oh, a lot more than half.
almost all of them.
It is not willfully that I will destroy them. It is those who choose to abuse their powers to attempt to harm others that will be stopped and ended for the safety of all. Perhaps more can survive, but they must demonstrate that they are able to live with each other.
Tanya says, we're on our way to it by work, trial, refinement. It is a power earned, not gifted, sought, not forced. And it is a power that honors the sanctity of that which is not human.
Your power is not earned. It is your birthright. It is the power that exists within your soul. A power that sleeps within every mortal soul. Most of the time, it is not ever awakened.
Except for those that you're going to kill.
It's just like
The only ones who will die for mortals.
The incessant noise! 'Tis such a pain behind the eyes!
Tochemay has purchased 10 craft your own packs.
I would hold off on use. Well, I mean, you can destroy those, but
4 salads, 2
hold off on actually spending them, Tochemay. I do plan to try and find a good hyena sound to re-add for you.
I really like it, and it was cheap. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want it, you know. But either way, thank you so much for that purchase. I really appreciate it.
Tanya
the
says
destroy
she's
cards
going to
would be
cross
fun.
her arms indignantly, using the gesture to stealthily activate the beacon. It is broadcasting a simple serial key. Beat.c equals RVBS 9E15:T equals 5:44. Isaac will know what it means.
He's going to look and shake his head slightly. The only ones who will suffer and die are the ones who show themselves unworthy of the power, who attempt to use it to abuse, enslave, or destroy others. Those who wish to live in peace and joy and to do as they wish to make their reality are all safe. It is only those who show that they cannot live in harmony with others that will fall.
You're not the ultimate arbiter of humanity. Who do you think you are, really?
In my time, even I would not presume such a status.
He'll stand tall, lifting his spear up and just holding it at his side.
Dramatic.
I will be the one to judge humanity. I will be the one to bring peace and joy back into this world for all, to eliminate all suffering, pain, and misery.
Nobody asked you to do that.
Tanya says, it's one thing to wield godly power, it's another to proclaim yourself as one. This act is a proclamation, and you, broken heart, well know it.
What did you say before, Alexis, too? My mind got locked on Tanya for a second.
No, just nobody asked you to be the ultimate arbiter of humanity.
And yet humanity has demonstrated that it needs someone to raise it up and save it. To save those who are begging for salvation. He's going to, like, mostly he's focused on Cody and Portia, though there's slightly at you, Alexis. You say that humanity requires pain, that it requires suffering to overcome, that it must face despair. Then so be it. Let us see you overcome despair. As the spear begins to glow.
What is this spear again? Because we do know it in character, but my brain does not remember.
Ragnaminiad.
What does it do?
It blows up buildings, amongst other things.
The will of its user.
It does a lot. It is like, you know, the
Tanya
wall
says,
between the spirit
Portia will
world.
say aloud, watch out for attacks from above, do not attempt to block or deflect, dodge only, and do not look directly at it.
You know the wall between the spirit world and the mortal world?
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically the personification of that.
Hal is going to poke Rose, it could be like, or Portia, I mean, and, say, should I, run?
Tanya says, Bob, keep Calvin safe.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rusk!
Uh-oh.
Oh. What's the hoot hoot gonna do this time?
I believe the Hoot Hoot wants a tactical nuke.
Portia, were you at an orbital bombardment?
Tanya says, I was calling in a fudging orbital strike.
That's what I thought. Okay. Oh, sure. Yeah. So before we end the session, then, yes, that's fine. As above sky, you can see a large battleship appear cannons aiming down the building before lances of blazing light come streaking down. But as they impact the walls of the castle and the area right above they just seem to hit that white stone, and the energy is dispersed harmlessly through the city. The ship unleashes everything that it has.
Hold on.
Yes?
The moment Nevis sees that, he is going to, or I guess feels it, whatever. He's going to make a hole in the ceiling for it.
Tanya says, no gods or kings. Only man.
He is hefting his
roll.
own spear, and he wants to crack a hole through the ceiling.
Roll your air take, Cody. So
Why
it's going
Cody's
to be a
air
difficult...
take? Why not Nevis?
Yeah,
How is
magic
Nevis
is
going to...
according to Nevis.
Yeah. How is Nevis going to try to make a hole in the ceiling?
Well, you see, he's got his artifact spear. He is...
Mm-hmm.
This is still creation as far as he's concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy wants to destroy creation. Just like Tochemay's, Guaco breaking open the cave to let the people out. Or digging the hole, whatever. Nevis is basically channeling the same thing, except for him, he is protecting creation.
Cave wall is a little bit different than Horizon.
Yes.
Good luck.
However, he is wielding his spear, and he is
Tanya
doing
says,
this to
"Game
protect
breaking from
creation.
timber. I am afraid.
Well,
Tanya
there's the
says,
influence from
Portia will assist with the
Timber.
breaching rounds we discussed in DMs, assuming Timber's influence doesn't negate the need.
Timber's influence would help, but...
Nevis is wielding the power of an exalted.
Yes?
The power of his artifact spear.
Yes, and you're facing something that is on par with something that's a level equal or higher than that.
Oh, he's not facing the spear.
Uh-huh.
He's attacking the building.
Yeah. I realize. Hey, Cody. Or Nevis, question. How do you feel towards the Lion King, and are you doing this to try to defeat him?
No, he's not attacking the Lion King directly.
Yeah, I know, but what is Nevis feeling towards the Lion King right now as he's doing this?
The same thing that he saw of the Primordial King.
Mm-hmm.
A being that is attempting to destroy creation. Or at least far more of it than he could allow. This being, this Lion King, is trying to destroy the vast, vast majority of people. Yes, some will survive, but not enough. Nowhere near enough.
Tanya says, Portia feels the same thing about him as she feels about any patient that needs an amputation. Pity and duty. It's not their fault, but she must save the life at whatever cost.
Portia, you're not quite as important as specifically Nevis, because I have to ask Nevis. So you intend to do this because you want to slay the Lion King in order to save creation.
Yes, the same reason that he destroyed the Primordial King.
I needed to double and triple check exactly.
Because he's in control of Horizon, and Horizon listens to him.
As Nevis, you lift your spear and unleash all of your power up towards the ceiling. And as it crashes into the ceiling, at the same time, the munitions from the battleship strike down into the roof. Both attacks are harmlessly neutralized. The beams of light and essence being absorbed by the white stone and dispersed harmlessly. As you will see the Lion King simply rest the tip of his spear against the ground. We rebuilt Horizon wielding the power of the spear. This all is Ragnaminiad. You stand within the tower of light that anchors the worlds.
We stand within a tower of darkness, a tower of destruction that seeks to kill. You're not looking to save. And seeing that his attempt at the ceiling failed, he's going for the Lion King himself.
And this is where we will call the end of session. So, I want to explain exactly what happened there. The reason why I was asking exactly how you felt is because the spear, the walls of the city will stop any attack that is done out of malice, hatred, or out of the urge to kill or destroy. If you had done the attack
That is not what I was explaining.
But you were doing it to kill. You were
he was doing it to protect.
But you weren't going to try to save the Lion King. You weren't doing it to save and offer him another way out. You were going to kill him. That was your goal and plan. That's what I tried to ask. No, that only applies to the walls of the city. You're already inside of them. Going after him is a lot easier than it is trying to break the building. It takes a very specific mindset to penetrate the walls.
I should note that Portia doesn't expect the bombardment to. Broken heart, broken heart, broken heart. Arthur, she knows how strong he is. She expects it to wound and or distract him.
This guy is like made to be like final boss level fights. To be fair, you guys are Arete 5 mages, so I'm kind of scary about what you guys are going to be able to throw at him. Hence why I packed him with a little bit of counter magic, so you don't just insta-win against him. But no, next week you guys will have your face off against the Lion King and his court. I am curious to see how you guys will do against them. I have high hopes. Yes, Timber, they are woven-proof walls.
The technocratic solution to finding out Horizon's still here. Fire on it.
Yeah, basically. That is basically what they would do.
Alright, thank you everybody for joining us today for Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel going. I cannot do this without you guys. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as subscribing to our YouTube, grabbing some packs of cards through stream loots, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Thanks for coming, folks.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.